Hey guys, it's Shayda, and today I have another needle felting craft to share with you. We're going to be making this very cute, very Canadian Christmas ornament, the little felted lumberjack. So I made this one last week, and today I'm going to be felting another one on camera, and I'll take you through every step of the process, starting with supplies. So you'll need felting needles, as well as some small scissors. Embroidery scissors are kind of nice. And then you'll want to have your wool roving all picked out. You can get that at any craft store or wool or yarn store. And it's good to pick out your color palette ahead of time, so know what color his pants and shirt are going to be. And then you'll want a small piece of wooden dowel. And you'll also need some bottle brush trees or something for him to hold. I made a little axe, but the bottle brush trees from the dollar store are perfect. And then you'll need some real wool yarn or lightly spun wool like I have here to create his body. And then to finish it, you'll need wire and a bit of ribbon or twine. And you might want to have a cup of tea because this craft is going to take a little while. So let me start by introducing you to this guy just quickly here. You can get a closer look at what he looks like. He's quite stylized with his little suspenders and his big beard. So we're going to make basically the same lumberjack, just slightly different colors. And to do that, we're going to start with a form for the body. And I've made that out of my wool or my yarn. So I've just wrapped up a little ball here, and then I'm going to take my felting needle and I'm going to condense it and just shape it with my hands and with the needle, get that form of the body nice and condensed. It's almost a bit of a square shape to start with here. And then I'm using white for the shirt for this lumberjack. So this guy's going to have a white shirt. So what I'm doing here is I'm just stretching a bit of my white colored roving across the top of that body form. And then I'm just using the needle to felt it into place, and I'll grab more roving as I need it until I have a nice layer of white all across the top of the body form. And once that white is in place, I'm going to grab another color to use for the pants. So I'm going to give him blue overalls. That's where I'm heading with this lumberjack design. White undershirt, blue overalls. And I'm doing the same thing here. I'm taking that blue roving and I'm using the felting needle to felt it into place, this time on the bottom half of the body form. Now that the blue and white colors are in place on the form of the body, I'm going to start creating his legs. So I'm taking my little piece of doweling and some blue roving, and I'm just wrapping that roving really tightly around the doweling. Then I pull it out, pull the doweling out, and then I just keep that little cylinder of roving tight in my fingers while I poke it with the felting needle to shape and condense it. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing for the second leg. Just roll that roving around, take the doweling out, and felt it together with the felting needle. Once those are created and they look about the same size, then it's time to attach them to the body, and you do that by just using, again, the needle, go in from the bottom of the leg and felt it to the form, felt each leg to the form of the body. Now the legs, they'll attach quite easily and they look all right, but it looks a bit funny like chicken legs. So what you want to do is take some more roving and wrap it all around the legs, and this is sort of going to create his butt and thighs. So give him a little juicy booty there and he's going to look a lot more natural. Okay? And then grab another color for the boots, and I'm using a dark forest green, and I'm just rolling two little spheres of green roving, and I'm going to felt those a little bit. Once they're the same size, it's sort of the same drill. I'm just going to felt them into place on the bottom of each leg to give them some little green boots. Once the boots are in place, I like to skip ahead and attach the head to the body, or create a head. We'll leave the arms for the end. So make a sphere, roll a sphere out of your wool yarn, and then you're going to felt it together a little to condense it. Once you've done that, you can just use your needle to attach it to the body. And once that's in place, what I like to do is go back in and add these suspenders to the shirt. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually make overalls on this one. So I'll start in the back At the back, the overalls look the same as the suspenders. It's pretty much just that T up his back there, and then it splits off near his head into two straps. So you're sort of doing a Y shape, and you can see I've felted that into place there. And then on the front, I'm going to do two straps as if to do suspenders. So you see me just using the roving and felting it into place with my needle. But then I'm going to add in a little extra color there, a little extra blue roving, and that just gives that look of overalls. So it's up to you if you want to give him cute little suspenders or maybe you want overalls. With his overalls all done and looking cute, it's time to focus on his head. So I'm going to take a little of this peach color here for his skin. So he's going to be a Nordic lumberjack. And I'm just going to put that peachy color where his eyes would be. So it doesn't need to be all over. Then I'm going to take another color, whatever color you want to do the beard. I'm using dark brown, and I'm going to felt that into place sort of just across the bottom half of the front of his face, and then I'm going to go and take that brown and also go around the back of his head along the bottom. So where his toque stops, he'll have a little bit of hair at the back of his head. You can see that there. Okay, and then that brings me to the next step. I'm going to take some burgundy felting here and I'm going to wrap it all the way around, and I'm going to felt that into place and then add a little bit more on the top of his head there just to create the look of a hat. So we've got this very basic color lay. We've got the toque in place, the beard, and a little bit of skin. Now we're going to go back and add detail, starting with the brim all the way around the toque. And I just do that by wrapping a roll of the burgundy around. You can see that just adds a little bit of detail to the hat. And then we want to add some detail to his beard. And I do that by making a little mustache. And the mustache is made with one tuft of brown roving that I really jab a lot right in the center. And then I just sort of shape it a little into this cute little mustache shape, and I trim off those ends or felt them into the side of his head. Okay, and now that the head is pretty much all done, I do like to go back in and create his arms. I just leave them for the end so I know where to put the Christmas tree or the axe or whatever. And I make those arms the same way as the legs. Take the roving, wrap it around the dowel, pull it out, and then felt it together with the felting needle. Once you've got two that are the same size, you can go ahead and use the felting needle to attach them at the shoulder. And it's nice to have your bottle brush tree or your little axe ready at this point so that when you're putting the arms on, you're sort of thinking about what he's going to be holding and how he's going to be holding it. You'll attach his two little arms, and then just like the boots, you're going to give him two little hands. So go ahead and take whatever color you used for the skin, roll it up into a little sphere, felt the sphere slightly with the felting needle, and then you're going to just attach them there with the felting needle. And those should attach pretty easily. And then finally, the last step is the eyes. Eyes can be a little tricky. You have to get them sort of in the right spot, and they're very, very tiny. So you're going to roll up two very tiny black spheres of black roving, and then just carefully felt them onto his face. It's a good idea to put them both on and make sure they look okay, and then felt them in permanently. And that's him. That's what he looks like. He's quite stylized, no nose, just the two little eyes and the big beard, but it's a look that I really like. And at this point, you can just take a little hot glue and glue on your little bottle brush tree. And if you would like to make him an axe, I just made mine out of a piece of doweling and a little bit of air dry clay. And then once that's all done, take a little piece of copper or gold wire, and you're just going to bend it in half and twist it together slightly. And then this part is a little tricky, but you're just going to find a way to sort of jab that into the top. Use the felting needle to help guide the wire in, and then just slip the twine through the wire loop, and you're all done. Thanks for watching today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the craft, and I hope you'll give this a try. And I hope you enjoy these lumberjack forest photos that I took. And if there is a felting craft that you would like to see, please leave it in the comments below and I will consider it. See you on Friday with a new tutorial.